The US dollar. The US dollar is the world's most influential currency. The word dollar comes from the Joachimsthaler, a large silver coin first minted in a town called Joachimsthal in what is now the Czech Republic. Over time, Joachimsthaler was shortened to thaler and eventually became dollar. Today, the dollar is used not only in the United States, but also as the official currency of countries like Ecuador and El Salvador. It's also the world's primary reserve currency, meaning central banks across the globe hold it for international trade. The euro. The euro is one of the world's newest major currencies, introduced in 1999. Its name simply comes from Europe, while its symbol, euro, is inspired by the Greek letter epsilon, the first letter of Europe in Greek. The two horizontal lines represent stability. Today, the euro is used by 20 European countries, making it the currency of over 340 million people. 1 euro is divided into 100 cents, and it's the second most traded currency in the world after the US dollar. The British pound. The British pound is the oldest currency still in continuous use. The word pound originally referred to 1 pound of sterling silver. Meanwhile, the symbol pound comes from the Latin word libra, meaning balance or scales. Today, it's used throughout the United Kingdom and remains one of the world's strongest and most traded currencies. Like the dollar and euro, 1 pound is divided into 100 pence. Japanese yen. Japan's currency has one of the simplest names in the world. The word yen comes from the Japanese word en, meaning round or circular. The spelling yen appeared because early Western visitors transliterated the pronunciation differently. The yen became Japan's official currency during the Meiji Restoration in 1871, helping modernize the country's economy. Today, it's used exclusively in Japan and is one of the world's major reserve currencies. Chinese yuan. China's currency is the yuan, a word meaning round object or round coin. The same Chinese character gave Japan its word yen. The official currency is the renminbi, meaning people's currency, while the yuan is the unit you spend. Today, it's used throughout mainland China and is becoming increasingly important in global trade.
Indian rupee. India's currency is the rupee, a name that comes from the Sanskrit word rupiah, meaning a coin made of silver. The word dates back over 2,000 years, making it one of the world's oldest currency names still in use. Today, the rupee is used throughout India and is divided into 100 paise.
Russian ruble. The ruble gets its name from the Russian verb rubit, meaning to chop or to cut. In medieval Russia, large silver bars were literally chopped into smaller pieces to make payments. Today, it's the official currency of Russia and is divided into 100 kopecks. Swiss franc. The Swiss franc gets its name from the medieval francs, while the abbreviation CHF stands for the Latin Confederatio Helvetica Franc. Switzerland uses Latin in its international abbreviation because it has 4 official languages. It's used in Switzerland and neighboring Liechtenstein and is known as one of the world's most stable currencies. Fun fact: Swiss banknotes are printed vertically, making them stand out from almost every other currency. Canadian dollar. Canada uses the Canadian dollar, but most Canadians simply call the $1 coin the loonie because it features a loon, a native water bird. The $2 coin naturally became the toonie. The Canadian dollar is used throughout Canada and is divided into 100 cents. The Australian dollar. The Australian dollar replaced the Australian pound in 1966, when Australia switched to a decimal currency system. Today it's used in Australia, as well as several Pacific Island nations. Mexican peso. The Mexican peso gets its name from the Spanish word peso, meaning weight. During the Age of Exploration, Spanish silver pesos were traded across Europe, Asia, and the Americas, becoming the world's first truly global currency. In fact, the US dollar was modeled after the Spanish peso. Today, the peso is used throughout Mexico and is divided into 100 centavos. Saudi Arabian Rial. Saudi Arabia's currency is the rial, a name that comes from the Spanish word real, meaning royal. During the Age of Exploration, Spanish silver coins spread across the world, and many countries adopted versions of the name. Today, the rial is used throughout Saudi Arabia and is divided into 100 halalas. Fun fact: the Saudi rial has been pegged to the US dollar since 1986, meaning its value stays almost exactly the same relative to the dollar. The Kuwaiti dinar. The dinar traces its roots back more than 2,000 years to the Roman denarius, one of history's most famous silver coins. As Latin spread, the name evolved into the Arabic dinar. Today, it's used in Kuwait and is widely considered the highest valued major currency in the world by exchange rate. Swedish krona. The Swedish krona simply means crown in Swedish. It was introduced in 1873 as part of the Scandinavian Monetary Union. Today, it's used throughout Sweden and is divided into 100 öre.
Although öre coins are no longer in circulation. Norwegian krone. Like Sweden's currency, the Norwegian krone also means crown. Both currencies share their name because they originated during the Scandinavian Monetary Union. Today, the krone is Norway's official currency and is divided into 100 öre. Fun fact, due to Norway's enormous oil wealth, the country has chosen not to adopt the euro, keeping its own independent currency. Icelandic krona. Iceland's currency is the krona, another word meaning crown. It shares its name with the currencies of Sweden, Norway, and Denmark, reflecting their shared Scandinavian history. Today, it's used exclusively in Iceland. And despite being one of the smallest independent currencies in the world, yet it has survived financial crises and remains separate from the euro. South Korea. The Korean won comes from the Chinese character wen, meaning round. It's closely related to the names yuan in China and yen in Japan. They all share the same ancient origin. Today, the won is used only in South Korea and is divided into 100 jeon, although jeon are rarely used today. Fun fact, South Korea is one of the world's most cashless economies, with mobile and card payments dominating everyday purchases. Turkish lira. The lira gets its name from the Latin word libra, meaning balance or weight. The same root also gave us the British pound, whose symbol pound comes from libra. Today, the lira is Turkey's official currency and is divided into 100 kurush.